If you do have a twin flame, basically that you are dating all these different people and going around being in relationships and marriages with people that don't necessarily jive with you, and you're not 100% fulfilled in love and you feel incomplete, or you're just trying to force a square peg into a round hole and pretty much saying bad marriage for life, okay, in order for you to keep up the idea of love and what that means to you, and not ultimately experiencing the real encompassing love of being with the person that is actually meant to be with you, meaning that you two are total polar opposites of masculine and feminine, and you kind of mesh like two peas in a pod. Like the 6 and the 9 correlate together. If you look at it the way that they are shaped, they kind of fit together like a puzzle, and it's kind of like saying there's a duality that you need to have in order for you to experience the fullness of love. It's a wonder why we have all of these dating shows now on television that are pretty much making a mockery of this process and talking about, just meeting someone blindly, or, just trying to find your person in all these very gamified ways, versus you having the person that was created to be with you and having the other portion of your soul, which is your twin flame or your divine union, basically. If we have a constant cycling of our lives going through a reincarnation system, most likely you are being thrown into various bodies all over the place, and there's no real way to keep you aligned with your person because you're being thrown through this machine in a loop into various bodies anywhere on the planet, and you may not necessarily ever run into your person. So the food that we consume, our environment, the way that we feel individually, our frequencies, the things that we're exposed to on a regular basis, the media that we consume on a regular basis, all affects our frequencies and our vibration to keep us at a certain level as to not disrupt the moon machine resonance, which is why it's so important for this prophecy to take place. And I strongly believe that I've been given this information as a divine guidance of how we're going to break free of these parameters that have been set in place, and how we will no longer have to maintain this lower frequency and go into a new world where we are happy, or sort of a heaven, so to speak, where we can experience love at its highest. We can vibrate high without worrying about a machine's threshold keeping us at a lower vibratory rate. Well, as you can see from this diagram that I created in terms of the escape the matrix or exodus, exit us, Hopi, indigo, or Indian prophecy, this moon machine exploding and the moon turning red, and all of the events that will happen in terms of the black sun gravitational singularity event, as I previously discussed, you would need to have your light body at higher frequencies in order for you to survive this particular event. And a lot of what I have just mentioned in this video is what happens to us on a regular basis that keeps us vibrating low, which is why we feel as though, like, man, we may not be able to make it during something like this, because we don't have full control over how we eat, how we vibrate. We go to work, we're stressed. We have all of these different factors that factor into our light bodies not being fully prepared for this event to come. If this is true, and that there is a moon machine that is going to explode and basically shut down, and our resonance is going to be disrupted, and the only thing that will be able to survive this is our light bodies, then you need to actually work on preparing your light body for this event. And that means everything that you consume, meaning the media that you consume, the food that you consume, the things that you partake in on a regular basis, what you have done in this life to affect other people, you would need to start focusing on getting those things right. And I believe that a part of that is the repentance of all of the things that you've done to damage your body and others. Repentance is not just what you've done to others, it's also what you have done to yourself. It's interesting how the colors of fruits and vegetables actually correlate to the colors of the light body. So you can just about imagine what eating these particular things are doing to the body, and how we need to focus on eating more of these things in order for us to align our light bodies in a certain way. I'm a firm believer that by doing all of these different things in this chart, confessing and getting things off of your chest that you have harmed people, and also correcting the mistakes that you've made to yourself in terms of harm to your body, your mind, your physical body, as well as your mind, you will be more in alignment and being able to receive more light codes and more light within your body by meditating, by sitting in the sun, going outside, eating green. These are the things that are going to help you survive this event, so that your light body is fully prepared for when this black sun event happens and the mass solar flare bursts, and you can receive all of that light energy.